Hello students, so today we are going to start a new chapter of mathematics, that is polynomials. Actually in NCERT it is given as a single chapter, that is polynomials. But in RS Agarwal this chapter is divided into two parts, that is chapter number 3 and chapter number 2. The chapter number 2 is plain polynomial and the chapter number 3 is factorization of polynomials. So we will be discussing both the chapter as a single unit. I am going to discuss both the chapters today. That is chapter number 2 and chapter number 3, that is combined as polynomials. Okay, now the first topic, what is a polynomial? Polynomial काके बोले? ठीक है? If I write suppose a single term 3x, there is only single term, that is called a monomial. But if I write 3x plus 7, it contains two terms, it is called a binomial. If I write x square plus 3x plus 7, it contains three terms, so trinomial. Correct? Then if I write x cube plus 7x square plus 3x plus 9, it contains four terms, tetranomial. So these are, other than this contains only one term, so this is known as monomial. And these are all more than one terms, so this is known as polynomial. Any algebraic expression that contains more than one term is called a polynomial. Now what is the condition for declaring that a given expression is polynomial or not? The condition is that the power of x must be a whole number. What is a whole number? Whole numbers are those numbers which start from 0 and continue for after. That means the power can be x to the power 0, x to the power 1, x to the power 2, x to the power 3, and so go on. You cannot write x to the power minus 3. Minus is not allowed. Why? Because it must be whole number, and whole number starts from 0. Also, you cannot write x to the power 1 by 2 or x to the power 3 by 5. Why? Because these are not whole numbers, these are decimal numbers or real numbers. I have to only assign whole numbers, means complete numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. You cannot put 1.5, you cannot put 1 whole 2 by 3, you have to put whole numbers. So this is the only condition. You have to see the x, you don't have to see the numbers. I can write like this, minus 3 by 5 x to the power 2. Here is negative, but the number is negative. Number is not to be concerned. You have to concern only the variable part. The variable part contains the power as square. It is allowed. But if I write 7 by x square, it can be written as 7 into x to the power minus 2. Because in the exponents form, if the x square is there, I can take it above and I can change the sign of the exponent or the sign of the power. So here I am getting x to the power minus 2. This is not allowed, but this was allowed. So you have to see if the power of the variable part or the x, y, a or the variable part should be a whole number. Next, what is the next topic? What is the degree of a polynomial? Degree of a polynomial. Degree means maximum power of variable. The maximum power of a variable is known as a degree. For example, what is the degree of this one? Degree of this one is, I have x to the power 1, only this is one variable. What is the degree of this? 1. What is the degree of this? I have the maximum power as 2, so degree is 2. What is the maximum power? What is the degree of this? Maximum power is 3, so I am getting 3. Let me tell you, is 9 is a polynomial? Yes, it is a polynomial. it has 9 into x to the power 0 because anything to the power 0 is 1. So 9 can be written as 9 into x to the power 0. So it is also having a power. So therefore the degree of this one is 0 because the x to the power 0. Like this also we can write. Now let me give an example. Find the degree of 7x to the power 4 plus 7x to the power 3. Sorry. 7x cube plus 5x square y square plus 9y 4. Oh, sorry, 9y square plus 9y. Okay, leave it. This is my question. So, what is the question? Find the degree of 7x cube plus 5x square y square plus 9y. You will say, so the degree is 3. No, the degree is 4. How? Because this one, this is a single unit, this is a single unit, this is a single unit. The power of the variable, here the power is 3. Here there are two variables, x is also a variable and y is also a variable. I have two powers here, na? X square and y square. The 2 plus 2 becomes 4. So the power of this one is 4 and the power of this one is 1. So what is the maximum power? 4. So therefore the degree is 4. So suppose in a question, if you get two variables, then you have to add the power of both. You will not multiply the power. You will add the power of both to find the degree of the given number. So this is all about polynomials and its degrees. Now we are going to move on that how to put the value of variable in a polynomial. Okay, suppose you are given a polynomial like this. A polynomial can be named as fx. Suppose like this, fx. So what is the polynomial? This means that the variable I am considering is x. If I write fx, it means the variable I am considering is x, nothing else. So what is this fx? Suppose 3x square plus 5x plus 9. So if I will write x here, that means the variable that I am taking is x. अगर x के अलावा और भी कोई वेरिएबल आता है, a आता है, b आता है, p आता है, y आता है, so that will not be considered as any variable, rather it will be considered as a constant. I am writing this, that means only x is a variable of this. Suppose I am writing f of y, that means only y can be considered as the variable. So suppose I am writing here 9y square plus ay plus c. I have written 9y square plus ay plus c. Here a and c are also variables, but I will not consider them as variable. Why? Because in the beginning I have told that f of y, that is I am writing a function of y, which represents only y can be considered as a variable term, and any other digits occurring in the question, they are not variables, they are constants. So what is the use of writing like this? The use of writing a polynomial by fx or fy, that means if any value of f is given, I can substitute that value in the place of the variable positions. नहीं समझ में आया? Let me tell you. Suppose you are given fx equal to 3x square plus 9x plus 7, or 3x square minus 9x plus 7. Then what is f of 3? Here f of x is given. That means the variable considered are x, not anything else. If I am writing f3, what does means? It means that the value of x is 3. The value of x is 3. So what I will do? I will put the value of 3 in the places of x. How? 3, here x square. So instead of x square, I will write 3 square. Minus 9, I have x. So instead of x, I will write 3. Plus 7, I will write 7 because there is no variable. So I can see here what I am getting. 27 minus 27 plus 7. So the answer is 7. Correct. So this is how my polynomial can be expressed with the help of a unknown term. The unknown term's value if given, I will substitute that value in the places of the variable term so that I can get a value out of this. And the value I have obtained is known as the remainder. Remainder of the division obtained when fx is divided by that means my given term fx this so this is our remainder when this f3x square minus 9x plus 7 will be divided by x minus 3. Okay, so this is the purpose of writing a polynomial in like this form, fx or f. Correct. Next we'll move on to remainder theorem or factor theorem. Now let me explain. Suppose I am giving a polynomial fx equals to 3x square minus 5x plus 7. This is a polynomial. I am telling that find f of 3. What is the meaning of f of 3? This f of 3 means x equals to 3. Therefore what I will do? I can take this 3 on this side. X minus 3 equals to 0. So as soon as I am getting x minus 3 equal to 0, this means x minus 3 is a divisor for fx. Means this x minus 3 is going to divide this one. So you don't have to divide this. You don't have to follow this long process. What you will do? You will just put this one in the value of this. That is my 3x square. So 3 into 3 square minus 5 into 3 plus 7. Okay, I am getting 27 minus 15 plus 7. So it is 19. So I am getting the remainder as 19. Let us check whether I have told this correct or not. That is when x minus 3 is divided by that one, when x minus 3 divides that one, my remainder will come as 19. Let us see. X minus 3, I am going to divide 3x square minus 5x plus 7. So x I have to multiply 3x. I will be getting 3x square minus 9x. On changing the sign, I am getting, this will be cut. I will getting here 4x plus 7. So what I will do? I will write here plus 4. I will be getting 4x minus 2. So changing the sign, I will be getting 9. So by this method also, if you are doing the long division method, you are seeing that the remainder is coming as 19. And if I follow the shortcut method, that is, I am putting the value of x. Instead of putting that x minus 3, I have took that x minus 3 equal to 0. Therefore, x equals to 3. So I am putting this x equals to 3 in the polynomial, and I will easily get the remainder. So this is called as the remainder theorem. That I can easily calculate the remainder of a polynomial by just putting the value of x instead of doing the long division process. Then sir, what is the factor theorem then? What is called a factor? Factor means a particular number which divides a given number. So, if a value is a factor of a polynomial, that means the remainder will come as 0. है ना? Means the total is divided, nothing is left. So, if remainder equals to 0, then gx is a factor of fx. So after doing like this, the remainder theorem, if the remainder comes as 0, then I will say that f equals to 3 or x equals to 3 or x minus 3, these are all same. X equals to 3 or x minus 3 equal to 0 is a factor of the given polynomial. And if the value doesn't comes at 0, then I will say that, if the remainder doesn't comes at 0, then I will say that no, this x minus 3 is not a factor. I can divide that x minus 3 is a divisor, but as the remainder is not 0, this is not a factor of the given variable or given polynomial. So these are remainder theorems and factor theorems. What is remainder theorem? That to calculate the remainder when two polynomials are divided, I will not divide by the long division because this is a long process. Rather, I will put the value of the x in the given polynomial. Okay, so that I can easily calculate the remainder. And if the remainder comes as 0, that means this given number is totally divided by the polynomial. Hence, that given number will be a factor of the given polynomial. That is known as the factor. So let me give you two examples of this type of question. Not a. So I have written 3 questions in front of you. The first question is find the remainder when 2x square plus 3x minus 7 is divided by 3x minus 2. So what I will say? I will say here that 3x minus 2 is a divisor. I don't know it is a factor or not. It is only divided. So you are only asked to find the remainder. You haven't asked anything. So to find the remainder, I have two processes. Either I can apply the remainder theorem or I can apply the division theorem. So division theorem is very long. If I have to divide this by this, it will take a hell lot of time. So why to waste the time? I will directly go with the remainder process. But in the exam, it is told that do long division to find the remainder, then you have to do long division. But if nothing is asked, you will just apply the remainder theorem. So 3x minus 2 is a divider. So 3x minus 2 equals to 0 or x is equals to 2 by 3. So I have got the value of x. Now what is my next task? That I will put this value of x in the place of the given polynomial. So what was my polynomial? My polynomial is 2x square plus 3x minus 7. So I am going to put this x in place of this. So it will be 2 bracket 2 by 3 whole square plus 3 bracket 2 by 3 minus 7. So here I will get 8 by 9 plus 2 minus 7. So I will be getting here 8 by 9 minus 5. That will be equals to 45 minus 37 by 9. So this is my remainder. Got it? How the things are being done? So I will directly apply this remainder theorem to find the remainder instead of dividing these two numbers. This is one type of question that may be asked. The next is if 2 equals to 0, 2 and 0 are factors of 2x cube minus 5x square plus ax plus b, find a and b. So I have been already given that these are the factors. That means x equals to 2 and x equals to 0. They are already given. And what is factor? Factor means the remainder will be 0. So when x equals to 2, let us put 2 into 2 cube minus 5 into 2 square plus a into 2 plus b equals to 0. Why 0? Because it is given factor, and factor means the remainder will be 0. So on solving I am getting 16. It will be 16 minus 20 plus 2a plus b equals to 0. So I am getting 2a plus b equal to minus 4. So this is my equation number 1. Now for x equals to 0, I am putting 2 into 0 cube minus 5 into 0 square plus a into 0 plus b equals to 0. Okay, so I am getting 0 minus 0 plus 0 plus b equal to 0. So therefore b is also 0. So I have got b equals to 0. Putting b in 1, I am getting 2a plus 0 equals to 4. Therefore a equals to 0. So this is another. If it is given that it is a factor, এর মানে হচ্ছে কি when you will put the value of that given x in the polynomial, my remainder will come as 0. This is the meaning of this word factor. So I have a similar question here also. The last one, this is also a factor. So what I have got? I have got x plus a is a factor. That means x plus a equal to 0. So therefore x will be equals to minus a. And when I will put x equals to minus a, therefore on putting x equals to minus a, the remainder will be equals to 0. Why is the remainder 0? Because it's already given that x plus a is a factor. Factor means the remainder is going to be 0. So let us put the value of it. What was the polynomial? Polynomial is like this: x5 minus 4a square x cube plus 2x plus 3a plus 3. So when I will put x equals to minus a, the remainder will come as 0. So when I will put minus a to the power 5 minus 4a square into minus a to the power 3 plus 2 into minus a plus 3a plus 3 equals to 0. This 0 to represent that it is a factor. So what I am getting? I am getting minus a to the power 5 plus 4a to the power 5 minus minus 2a plus 3a. Actually here will not be 4. Sorry. Everything up. Minus 2a plus 3a plus 3 equals to 0. So what I am getting? I am getting here 3a to the power 5 plus a plus 3 equal to 0. So there is something wrong here. Something is wrong going over here. There will be certain changes. Here will be 4 into x to the power. So now it is everything is okay. 4 into. So I will get here minus a4. So this will strike off and I will not get this part. Yes, now the question is. Now, so the a plus 3 equal to 0. So therefore what I will get? Therefore a equals to. So this is how the question is being done. Okay, so if this was the question, then find a, x plus a equal to 0. I will put x equals to minus a, and this shows that when I will put x equals to minus a, my remainder will come as 0. Okay, so this is how my remainder theorem and factor theorems are made into use. Now, before going on to the next topic, that is the factorization of polynomials, I want you to concentrate on the formulae. So these are the formulae. Chapter, that is my factorization of polynomials. So, for this type of questions, I am going to give you part by part all the types of questions that are given in the exercises depending on your R.S. Agarwal book. So, the first exercise 3A, it is based on common factors. How? Let me give you some examples. The first one, 8x plus 2y whole cube minus 10 2y plus x. Now you can easily see that x plus 2y and 2y plus x are same, only I have written it in a haphazard way, so please rectify it properly. I am getting 8x plus 2y whole cube minus 10x plus 2y, because in case of plus, both the way are same, that a plus b equals to b plus a. Commutative law we have already studied in chapter 3 of class 8. I have taken the common from both the parts. So 8 and 10, the common will be 2, and I will be getting x plus 2y as common. So from 8, if I am taken 2 as common, I will getting 4, and x plus 2y whole cube, I will be getting x plus 2y whole square minus 5, and x plus 2y has already been taken common, nothing is left, so this is my answer. Okay, now the next one. x minus y minus 3y, sorry, x square x minus y minus 3y square y minus x. So this is the question. Now see, here x minus y and y minus, this is similar to this one, but the difference is that here is x minus y and here is y minus x. A minus b is not equals to b minus a. So I have to change this also as x minus y. How? If I am changing the sign of this, I must also change the sign of this. How? X square x minus y माइनस जाएगा 3y square bracket a x minus y. So if I am changing the sign of this, I will also change the sign of this, the part which contains the y minus x. So the y minus x sign change, this also sign change. So this is x minus y, this is x minus y. I am getting x minus y as common. What is remaining behind? X square plus 3y square. So this is my factorization. So this is how the common part is done by using. Now the next exercise, 3b. 3b depends on the formula a square minus b square equals to a plus b into a minus b. This is the second exercise. Now, how to do this kind of exercises? Let me give you two examples. Suppose these are the two questions. I have to solve them. How? Suppose this is 3a plus 5b whole square. This is 4c whole square. This is already in the term of whole square, but this is not in the term of whole square. You have to change this 4c in the term of whole square. So what I will write? I will write 3a plus 5b whole square minus 2c whole square. So now it is done. This also whole square, this also whole square. So I will once write plus and once I will write minus. So what I will get? I will get 3a plus 5b plus 2c, 3a plus 5b minus 2c. Okay, एक बार plus, एक बार means this 3a plus 5b plus 2c, 3a plus 5b minus 2c. Done. The next one, 27a square minus 48b square. So I have to change this into whole square term. But sir, 27 is not a square. How can I change this 27? Neither 48 is a square. So what you will do? First you will take some common out of it. I will get 3 common from both. Then I will be getting 9a square minus 16b square. Then I will be getting 3a whole square minus 4b whole square. Now it is in the term of a square minus b square. Then I will write once plus and once minus. What I will get? 3 bracket a 3a plus 4b and 3a minus 4b. So again I have got a plus b, a minus b. So this is also how the factorization of can be done, and this is based on exercise 2. Then we move on to exercise 3, that is middle term factorization. 3c is middle term factorization. So what is the first question of middle term factorization? Let us see. The first question is x square minus root 3x minus 6. And the second one is 3x square minus 14x plus 8. So these are the two questions. Now how I have to solve them? First, I told in the term there is a middle term. What is the middle term? Middle term means you have to divide this one in such a way that the product will be the first and the last one and sum will be the middle one. You have to find two numbers such as the product is 1 into 6, that is equals to 6, and sum or difference equals to root 3. So what are those numbers? I am getting those numbers as 2 root 3 minus 1 root 3. Okay. 2 root 3 minus 1 root 3. What I will get? 1 root 3 or simple root 3. And 2 root 3 into 1 root 3 is 2 into 3, that is equals to 6. So instead of this root 3, I will write 2 root 3 minus 1 root 3. So this is the middle term factorization. This is how my middle term has to be done. Then the second one, 3x square minus 14x plus 8. I have to think of two numbers so that the product is 3 into 8, 24. And sum or difference is 14. Come on, think of two numbers. They will be 12 plus 2. 12 plus 2 is 14 and 12 into 2 is 24. So I will write here 3x square minus 12 plus 2x plus 8. 3x square minus 12x minus 2x plus 8. Then for what I will get remaining, what I will get common from here, I will getting 3x common. I will be getting x minus 4 minus 2x minus 4. I will be getting x minus 4 and 3x minus 2. So this is how my factorization from middle term is done. We have already just done this kind of new factorization in class 8 also. So this is just a revision to it. Correct? Now the next topic. Till here, whatever we have done is just the revision of chapter 8 from class 8. Now what we are going to do, this is specially for class 9, a new thing. Okay, new chapters. It is from exercise 3D. What is 3D about? 3D is about the formula A plus B plus C whole square equals to A square plus B square plus C square plus 2AB plus 2BC plus 2AC. So the first question on this type of chapter. Suppose you have to expand A minus 2B plus 5C. You are asked to expand A minus 2B plus 5C. How we are going to do that? For this is the A term, this is the B term and this is the C term. So first of all, A square, I will write A square plus B square means minus 2B whole square plus 5C whole square plus 2 into A. A means here only A, and then B. B means minus 2 plus 2BC. This is B, this is C. 2B means this one minus 2B into 5C plus 2AC. 2 into A and C means 5C. Okay, so what I am getting next? I will be getting A square. Minus square is plus only, so I will write here A square plus 4B square plus 25C square minus 4AB minus 20BC plus 10AC. So this is how I have expanded. So you will be asked, you will be given the shortened form and you will asked to expand. And the reverse, you will be given the expanded form and you will be asked to factorize. Let me give you an example. Suppose you are asked to factorize 4x square plus 9y square plus 16z square plus 12xy minus 24yz minus 16xz. So this is what you are asked to factor. So what I will do? First of all, I will try to break this one. What is 4x square? 4x square can be written as 2x square whole square. This 9y can be written as 3y ka whole square. Correct? Now this is 16z. This can be written as 4z ka whole square. Plus can be written as 2 into 2x into 3y. But now negative. Sir, in the formula there was no negative. Then how negative came? Means something or the other from the question, from the condensed part or from the shortened part will be negative. So see which all parts contain the negative term. My negative term is contained in minus 24yz and minus 16xz. Means the part which contains z, here y and z, here x and z, but here x and y are positive. पर जहां जहां z है वहां वहां negative है. What does it mean? That z itself is negative. So I will write a minus 4z here. And जहां जहां तुमको z मिले, put a minus. I will write 2 into 3y into minus 4z plus 2 into 2x into minus 4z. See, it is matching now. 2 into 2 4, 4 into 4 is 16, 2 into 3 is 6, 6 into 4 is 24, 2 into 2 is 4, 4 is 12. So it is matching. So I am getting the result as a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ac. So I will write in the shortest form, that is a plus b plus c whole square, that is 2x plus 3y minus 4z. Correct? Now the next exercise. The next exercise is based on the formula a plus b whole cube and a minus b whole cube. What I am getting? A plus b whole cube, the formula is a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. And this is the formula a cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab square minus b. Okay, now my questions. How the questions are asked about this. Suppose the first question. Question number 1. You have been asked to solve x plus 2 by 3y the whole square. Sorry, whole cube. Whole cube. So, my question is a, this whole term, this x can be termed as a and this term can be, this can be termed as b. So, I have got a plus b whole cube. What is the formula? First of all, a cube. The a cube I will write x cube plus 3a square b. 3 into x square into 2 by 3y plus 3ab square. 3 into x into 2 by 3y whole square plus 2 by 3y whole cube. So what is the answer? I am getting here x cube, 3 and 3 is cut. I am getting 2x square y plus 4x by y square by 3 plus 8 by 9y. So this is my term. This is how I have expanded. You may be again asked that you will be in the expanded form and you will be asked to write the factorized form like this. (64a cube minus 27b cube plus 144a square plus, sorry, it should have been minus 144a square b plus 108 ab square. So if I try to solve it, I will find like this. 64a cube can be written as 4a whole cube minus 3b whole cube minus 3 into, what is the formula? 3 into a square. A square means 4a whole square into 3b plus 3 into 4a into 3b square. So see, 4 square is 16, 16 3s are 48, 48 3s are 144. It is matching. 3 4s are 12, 12 into 3 square 9, 12 9s are 108. It is also matching. So I am getting a square minus b cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab square. That is a minus b whole cube. That is, this is a and this is b. I am getting 4a minus 3b. This is a type of question. Then you may be also asked like this. Find 105 whole cube. Now how to find 105 whole cube? This 105 whole cube can be written as 100 plus 5 cube, where this becomes a and this becomes b. So I am getting a plus b whole cube. What is a plus b whole cube? A cube means 100 cube. 3 into 100 square into 5 plus 3 into 100 into 5 square plus 5. Okay, this is the thing. So 1000 cube is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 15, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 7500 plus 120. So when you will find the sum of all, what you will get? You will get 1, 1, 5, 7, 6, 2, 5. This is the cube of 105 whole cube. So this is how my questions are to be completed. Now moving on to the next exercise, 3F. This 3F is based on two formulas, a cube plus b cube and a cube minus b cube. This a cube plus b cube is a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. And this is the formula a minus b, a square plus ab plus b square. Okay, so how to solve this kind of questions? This kind of questions are example. Suppose I have given x cube minus 0.064. Okay, this is the question. How to solve it? I will change them in the terms of cubes. So this is already in the term of cube. This is x whole cube. Whether this can be written as 0.4 whole cube. So I am getting the term as a cube minus b cube. This whole term is a and this whole term is b. So what is the formula of a cube minus b cube? A minus b. So I will write x minus 0.4. Then I am getting a square means x square plus ab, that is equals to 0.4x plus b square, that is 0.4 whole square. So finally I am getting x minus 0.4 x square plus 0.4x plus 0.16. So this is my answer. Correct? The next one. Suppose you are given a to the power 6 plus b to the power 6. This can be simplified and written as a squares whole cube plus b squares whole cube. So I am getting the term as a cube plus b cube. Now some of you may ask, sir, I could have also written a cube whole square plus b cube whole square. So why haven't I written it? Because a square plus b square, there is no direct formula. There is no direct formula for calculating a square plus b square. But there is a direct formula for calculating a cube plus b cube. So I have changed this in the terms of cubes, where this a square, this is completely a, and b square, this can be completely termed as b. So what is the first term? The first term is a plus b. So I will write here a square plus b square. Then what is the next term? A square squares minus a square into b square plus b square square. So what I am getting? I am getting a square plus b square into a to the power 4 minus a square b square plus b to the power. So this is my factorization of a to the power 6 plus b to the power 6. So this is how my sixth exercise or 3F is being done. Now we are moving on to the most difficult and the last exercise. Moving on to the last exercise, that is 3G. This 3G is based on two formulae again. The first one, x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz. It will be equals to x plus y plus z into x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus xz minus yz. And the second one, x cube plus y cube plus z cube will be equals to 3xyz if x plus y plus z equals to 0. So these are the two formulae that we have to apply for this exercise. Now the first one, let us see how to do it. The first question, 3x minus 5y plus 4 into 9x square plus 25y square plus 16 plus 15xy minus 20y plus 12x. So this is my question. So how can I interpret? I can interpret it like this: 3x minus 5y plus 4. Then I will write this 9x square as 3x ka whole square plus I will write this 25y square as 5y's whole square. But here is minus, so I will also put a minus sign over here. Then I will write 4's whole square. Then I will write, I have to put a negative sign. So I will write a minus of 3x into minus 5y. So see, 3x into minus 5y is minus 15xy, but there is already a negative, so negative will be positive plus 15xy. This I will write as minus 5y into 4. So what I am getting? I should have got a negative here, right? So one more thing, have I made a mistake over here? No, everything is correct. Question. I think there is some mistake in the question. The question should be like this. It should be negative and this should be positive. This should be positive and this should be negative. Now the questions are going correct. See, so here also minus 5 into plus 4, I am getting negative minus 20y, but minus is plus 20y. Then here minus, I am getting yz. Then what is this yz? I am getting here 3x into, see, so I am getting this as a plus b plus c into a square plus b square plus c square minus 3ab minus 3bc minus 3ac. So what is the formula of this? The formula of this is this one, a cube plus y cube plus z cube, that is 3x whole cube plus minus 5y whole cube plus 4 whole cube minus 3 into 3x into minus 5y into 4, that is equals to 27x cube minus 125y cube plus 64 plus 3 is a 9 into 20 is 180. So this is how I have reduced this whole term into this. Okay, now the next question. What is the next question? Suppose you have been given like this: 216 plus 27b cube plus 8c cube minus 108 bc. So how I am going to solve this one? So it is given in the short form. You have to expand it. How? See, like 216 can be written as 6's whole cube. This can be written as 2b's whole cube. Sorry, 3b's whole cube. 27 is the cube of 3. 3b's whole cube. And this can be written as 2c's whole cube. And this can be written as minus 3 into 6 into 3b into 2c. See, the product of this is 108. So I am getting a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc. So this is this formula. I will write x plus y plus z. That is a plus b plus c. I will get 6 plus 3b plus 2c. This is the first term. Then what I am getting? X square. What is x square? It will be 6 square plus y square. What is y square? 3b's whole square plus 2c's whole square minus 6 into 3b minus 3b into 2c minus 6 into 2c. So what I will get finally? I am getting 6 plus 3b plus 2c, and then I will be getting 6 square is 36 plus 9b square plus 4c square minus 18b minus 6bc and finally minus 12c. So this is how I have expanded this shortened form. Okay, now the next question. The next question is given such as question. The question is 5a minus 7b whole cube plus 7b minus 9c whole cube plus 9c minus 5a whole cube, and nothing else given. Only the terms are in cube and no other terms are given. So if I compare this one with this, you will be seeing that this represents like this formula: a cube plus b cube plus c cube. This is a, this is b, and this is c. This is a cube, this is b cube, and this is c cube. So what is the formula of a cube plus b cube plus c cube? A cube plus b cube plus c cube equals to 3xyz. But there is a condition. What is the condition? That x plus y plus z must be equals to 0. So first of all, you should check whether its sum is 0 or not. So just write the sum without cubes. Just write the sums without cubes. So what I will get? I am getting 5a minus 7b plus 7b minus 9c plus 9c minus 5a. So you can see that all the terms are being cut. So therefore I am getting sum is 0. So therefore I can say that a cube plus b cube plus c cube equals to 3abc. So I will be getting 5a minus 7b whole cube plus 7b minus 9c whole cube plus 9c minus 5a whole cube as 3 into x, y, z, where this is the x part, this is the y part, and this is the z part. So x 5a minus 7b into 7b minus 9c into 9c minus 5. Okay, it is possible only because the sum of these terms was 0. If the sum was not 0, I couldn't have done this. Now the last question of this exercise and also the last question from this chapter. How to do this? You have been given 28 whole cube minus 15 whole cube minus 13 whole cube. So you have been given a question like this. So you can break this question in a way. This will be 28's whole cube plus minus 15's whole cube plus minus 13's whole cube. So I am getting this as a cube plus b cube plus c cube. So what it will be? A cube plus b cube plus c cube will be equals to 3abc if the sum is 0. So again find the sum, only the sum without the cubes. So I am writing 28 plus minus 15 plus minus 13. So what I am getting 28 minus 28, that is equals to 0. Yes, again I have got the sum as 0. So therefore the sum is 0. So 28's cube plus minus 15's cube plus minus 13's cube I will get as 3 into 28 into minus 15 into minus 15. You can solve and get the answer, whatever will be the answer of this one. Okay, you can multiply and write the. So this is how my factorization of polynomials is done. And if you have any doubt regarding any question from R.S. Agarwal, you can ask me anytime, anywhere. Now there is a tweak in this second chapter. I shall give you the questions that you have to do. But in third chapter, or that is the third chapter of your R.S. Agarwal book, you have to do each and every question from the third chapter. That is all the questions from the third chapter. That is 3a, 3b, 3c, 3d, 3e, 3f and 3g. You have to do all the questions. No question has to be marked. All the questions are necessary. Thank you.